Hi, my name is Cami. Welcome to a new class. Today I'm going to be guiding you through a 1-hour Yin Yoga practice for full body on recovery days. For this practice, we are going to be using 2 blocks. I'm sitting on the other one. You can do the same. If you don't have blocks, don't stress. Just grab 2 big books or maybe 2 cushions or pillows or something to support yourself. And when you're ready, find a comfortable position on the floor, maybe cross-legged or kneeling. You can sit on a cushion, on a block. Take your time getting there. You're not going to be here for long, just a few minutes to really arrive here to the practice, to the present moment. Grow up tall through your spine, relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. See if you can relax your hips, your legs, your feet. You might listen some birds here, some nature sounds. Start to connect with your own breath. Deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Let's do one more just like that. Inhale deeply through your nose and exhale it out through your mouth. Now find a comfortable rhythm for your breath through the nose. Observe your belly expanding with each inhale. And every time you exhale, observe your belly going inwards, your shoulders relaxing a little bit more. Fully arrive to your yoga practice. So Yin Yoga is a very passive, relaxing, and quiet style of yoga. But it can also be very challenging. We're going to be holding poses for about 3 minutes today. And the challenge is to find stillness, to find your edge, and to hold the poses for that time. Slowly bring your hands together in the center of your chest. You can set an intention for your practice. Good. And when you're ready, come back with your hands to your knees. You can open your eyes or keep them closed as you prefer. We are going to start with our first pose, which is half butterfly with a side stretch. So for this one, I'm going to move the block away. Extend your right leg to the side and bend your left sole of your foot inside your right thigh. Good. If you find your left knee is very high up, you can place a block under your knee or the cushion. If not, just stay here. We're going to do a side bend to the left side. So inhale with your arms up. And exhale, right hand to your right leg. And left arm over your head. So a lot of options here. You can just bend your right elbow and place it on your right thigh or your shin and relax your head on your right hand. You can also relax your left arm on top of your head. Or another nice option is to grab your cushion or your blocks. Maybe right elbow on the block. This is much comfortable for me as well. Take a moment to find your pose here, what works best for you today. And we are going to be holding this pose for about 3 minutes. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze. See if you can open your chest up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Remember, you don't have to feel any pain or very intense discomfort in any part of your body. So we are targeting the left outer hip, the left side of the body. And we are also compressing the right side of the body. And also stretching a little bit the right hamstring, the back of the leg. Good. And with your next inhale, very slowly start to come back with your left arm. Back to center. Help yourself with your hands. Then after each shape, we are going to take just a few breaths to reset. So sometimes the magic happens in those breaths after each pose. So I find very important to find stillness again within the transitions. And when you're ready, we'll transition into our next pose, which is shoelace or knee pile. So keep your left knee bent. Bend your right knee. And bring your right foot to the left side. And your glutes are in between your feet. So for this one, it's very helpful to use the block again underneath your glutes or maybe your pillow to create more space, to level up your hips so you can bring your knees closer together. Another option, if you find this is very uncomfortable, you can extend your left leg forward and just do half shape with the legs. So take your time finding your position with your legs. This is quite an intense pose for hips, so I feel you. Good. An option to stay here or option to go to Gomukhasana arms. For the arms variation, we are going to extend the arms to the sides and then bend the left elbow. And place your left hand in between your shoulder blades. And you can also go with your right hand, same thing, to the center of your back. And maybe your hands come together so you can interlace your hands. If you can't reach your hands, it's all good. You can just stay here with your hands, maybe grab your clothes. Just do your best. Remember, we are not pushing or forcing the pose in Yin Yoga. And we are going to hold this pose for about 3 minutes. You can stay here with arms and legs, or the other option is to forward fold onto your right leg. And relax your head down. I've been working with my arms quite a lot lately, so I will do the Gomukhasana arms much better for me today, but you can choose your own variation. See if you are falling to one side, come back to center with your hips as square as possible. If you are with the arms variation, see if you can soften your shoulders down and away from your ears. See if you can soften your hands and the grab. Good, and very slowly release, extend your arms. Place your hands to the back side of your mat and extend your legs forward. Or any shape you want to do with your legs now is your practice, so listen to your body. We have a few breaths here just to reset, rebound before we do the short sequence on the other side. Good, and when you're ready, extend your left leg to the side, bend your right knee, sole of your right foot inside your left thigh, or maybe your heel near your pelvis. And again, if you find your knee is very high, you can place a block underneath. Good, and inhale up with your arms, create space in between your joints, your back. And as you exhale, create the shape on the other side. So side body stretch. The right side. I'm gonna grab my block to find my elbow more supported. Just 3 minutes here. I know it can be a lot sometimes if you're not very used to Yin Yoga. Long holds can be very challenging. But it's very good if you are starting to meditate, or if you want to learn how to meditate, or if you want to improve your meditation practice. Yin Yoga is perfect for that. It's always coming back to the present moment, to the sensations in your body. Maybe you can feel your right side opening up. Maybe you can feel the air inside your right ribs, your right hip. Maybe you can feel the left side of your body compressing. And see if you can resist the temptation of moving your body, of fidgeting or adjusting. If your right arm starts to get tired, you can always relax your right arm and your hand down to the floor or maybe to your back. But try to open your chest. Very slowly, come back up to center again. Take your time. Just a few breaths before we go into our next shape. And when you're ready, bend your left knee and bring it on top of your right knee. Find your variation with your legs. If you find this is very intense, you can extend your right leg forward this time to do half shape with your legs. Another option is to go with the block underneath your glutes to level up your hips. Take your time finding your shape with your legs, and when you're ready, stay here or go with the variation of the arms, Gomukhasana arms. So extend your arms in a T shape. This time we are going to bend the right elbow and bring the hand in between your shoulder blades, pointing the right elbow up to the sky, and do the same with your left hand. So bend your elbow and maybe hands come together and meet at your back. I find this side harder than the other one. Maybe because I use my right hand much more than my left and my right arm. So this is why it's very tight. So take your time finding your shape. Remember, you can also forward fold onto your legs. 3 minutes in silence here. Good, and when you're ready, very slowly start to release your arms. Should be good after that long hold, especially for your hands and your arms. If you took that variation, you can also extend your legs forward. Any movement that your body is asking for, just listen to it. And if you don't feel like moving your body, you can just find stillness. A few breaths before we go into our next shape. Great. Next pose is child's pose, one of my favorite ones. So bring your knees as wide as your yoga mat or as wide as your hips, as you prefer. Big toes together to touch. Walk with your hands forward and release your forehead down to the floor. You can also find a supported child's pose, bringing block to the center of the mat and maybe your forehead to the block or your cushion or your pillow. Or if you want to level up to do it more intense, also getting a shoulder stretch, you can place your blocks forward, hands to the blocks, and relax your head down. Just 3 minutes here. Lengthening your spine. Soften your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your wrists. Good, and slowly, when you're ready, start to lift your head and walk with your hands towards your knees. Remember to take your time, just a few breaths to come back out of the shape. I prefer stillness after this shape, but if you feel like moving, of course you can do it. Slow, smooth movements. Good. And our next shape is baby dragon. So come to a tabletop position, knees under hips, hands under shoulders, and step your right foot in between your hands. Super helpful, the blocks here. So remember you have this level or second level, third level with the blocks. If you have cushions or books, you can just use them as they are. Also, it's very important to paddle your left knee if you feel discomfort here, or if you know you have sensitive knees. So this pose is like a low lunge with the left knee on the floor. You can stay with your toes tucked or untucked as you prefer. Good. And here we're trying to open the chest and creating a lot of space between ears and shoulders. Drawing shoulders back and down. You can close your eyes. If you feel any tension or discomfort in your neck, you can relax a little bit your head down or maybe look to the floor. Targeting the left hip flexor, the left thigh, also working on the ankle mobility on the right side. And we are going to hold this pose 3 minutes. If you get distracted with your thoughts or ideas or something that is not related to your yoga practice, just come back to your breath. Come back to the sensations in your body. Come back to the feeling of being here now. And remember, again, I know I already said this, but if you feel pain or very strong sensation of discomfort, just get out of the pose or find more props, find another option. Good. And very slowly come back to your tabletop. Take your time. Any movement that you want to do with your body, just go for it. Or if you want some stillness before we go to the other side. When you're ready, come to your tabletop. And this time, left foot forward, right leg back. Again, paddle your right knee if you have a sensitive knee. And find your baby dragon on the other side. So very deep stretch for the right hip flexor, psoas muscle, the right thigh. So if you are sitting a lot, this is the perfect pose for you. Maybe driving or working or sitting on the computer. Also for running, this is a very nice pose to do. Once you find your shape, your variation with the blocks, with the props, find stillness, come back to your breath, maybe close down your eyes. Lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders down away from your ears, relax your face muscles. Keep your hips square. Good, and very slowly come back to center, get out of the pose. Smooth, small movements. Be mindful with your body. Again, a few breaths to rebound. If you feel like moving your body, go for it. If you feel like staying still, just do what you feel, what works best for you today. This Yin Yoga practice, we are also working on that inner voice, that intuition that we all have, that is always there, but sometimes it's very hard to listen to it. And with this style of yoga, we really practice that stillness, that intuition. Good. And when you're ready, let's go down to the floor for our next pose, which is fish pose, supported fish pose. For this one, again, blocks or pillows. I'm going to place one block in the center of the mat, just like this. Vertical or horizontal, maybe horizontal is better for me, but you should try it with your own back. Everyone is different for this pose. And the other block or the other pillow for the head. So here I will show you what we are going to do is to place the upper back on the prop. So where the shoulder blades are, more or less, like this, and the head on the other prop. So find your shape. I'm going to move the block to the next level for a little bit more of a stretch in the chest, pectoral muscles. Good. Good. And some people prefer to use just one prop for the upper back and no props for the head. I find this a little bit uncomfortable, so I prefer to place my head on the block as well. So you find your option and open your arms to the sides in a T shape, or maybe hands to your ribs or to your belly. And we have a few options with the legs. You can keep your knees bent, soles of your feet on the ground. You can also extend your legs forward, or you can bring your legs to a butterfly shape. Soles of the feet together to touch and knees to the sides, targeting the hips as well. And once you find stillness, try to relax into the shape. So opening the front side of your body, chest, shoulders, throat, hips, if you took the butterfly shape variation with your legs. This is another great pose to do if you're sitting a lot, driving a lot. Also if you're with your phone a lot. Options to stay here one more minute, or maybe if you feel open enough, bring your arms over your head for a deeper stretch in your shoulders. And very slowly, with control, deepen your breath and come back. Bend your elbows, bring your forearms to the floor, chin to chest, and lift your head. Move your props from under your body and come back down to the floor. Flat back position. Keep your knees bent. Feel your lower back touching the floor. Bring your hands to your belly or your chest, or relax your arms beside your body. It might also feel nice to bring knees together and feet as wide as the yoga mat. Come back to your breath. And we have one more pose before Shavasana, which is a recline supine twist. So bring knees together to a tabletop shape. Open your arms in a T shape. Inhale where you are. And as you exhale, drop your knees together to the left side. And look to your right arm. If you feel this shape uncomfortable, you can just look to the ceiling or to the sky, chest facing up. You can also place a pillow or a block in between your knees for extra support. This feels very nice. Or maybe blocks or props under both knees. Find your variation with your legs. Think of going with your shoulder blades down to the floor. And see if you can relax into the shape. We are not trying to force any movement or chasing sensation. Inhale back to center with your legs. Take a moment here. And when you're ready, let's go to the other side. So knees to a tabletop pose. And just drop them to the right side. Twisting the spine. Releasing any tension in your back. Inhale slowly. When you're ready, back to center. Exhale here. Good. And get ready for Shavasana, final resting pose, corpse pose. Extend your legs. Relax your arms beside your body. Create space between your legs, your arms. And allow yourself to do nothing just for a few minutes. Observe all the space that you created inside your body, inside your mind. Allow any emotion or sensation to come and pass through you. And enjoy your well-deserved rest. And this is where I will leave you. Take your time in Shavasana. If you want to stay longer, please do so. And when you feel like coming back to your life, to your daily activities, just be mindful, be aware of your body, of the sensations. Maybe you can invite more silence into your life, more yin energy. Reconnect with your intention. And thank you very much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. And if you did, please let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Namaste, yogis. Thank you very much.